What's up everyone? Hope you're all doing well. So about 6 weeks ago, I introduced strength training back into my training. I shouldn't even say back into my training, because I haven't really taken it seriously since getting back on the erg. And I felt like I'd hit a bit of a plateau over the last 6 to 9 months or so, where I didn't feel like I was getting much faster. I was doing the same volume of training overall, roughly, and didn't feel like I had really any other levers to pull, right? I can't train more. I'm already pretty much at the limit of what I can fit into my busy week. And so when you can't do more, you have to do something different. So I finally said, okay, I can't procrastinate anymore. And not even just for rowing, but just for longevity. Now that I'm in my 40s, building and retaining muscle mass is going to be increasingly important as I get older. So not even just from a performance standpoint, but just for overall health, it seems like the smart thing to do. Yeah, for about 6 weeks now, I've been hitting the weights twice a week, just for about an hour each time. Obviously, in doing so, I have hoped that I would see those gains translate eventually on the erg. Last weekend, as part of the Somerset 525 competition, when I did the 500 meter piece, that was pretty eye-opening for me because I crushed my prior personal best by a full second. That was a pretty big aha moment. It's only been 6 weeks and I'm not lifting particularly heavy weights. So to me, this says there's still quite a bit of room for improvement as my body gets more acclimated to the strength training and as the weights go up. Now, of course, I need to be careful to not injure myself, but I feel like I'm approaching it much more methodically than I might have in my 20s. With the current Concept 2 season coming to an end in a few days, with my 1K PB being over a year old at this point, I felt like I needed to give it one more attempt before this season is through. So I just wrapped that up. Let's see how it went. So I approached this 1K much more aggressively than I have 1Ks in the past. And I beat my prior best by 6/10 of a split. So the prior best was a 127.3. Today was a 126.7. That's a 10-watt improvement. Could have been because I took a much more aggressive approach, which just was a bit more confident, or could have been again due to the gains in power from strength training. Probably it's some combination of the two, but overall, yeah, it was a pretty significant improvement. And in fact, it's a full split quicker than my season's best. Further reinforcement to stick with the weights. And not gonna lie, sometimes when I'm in there lifting, I feel like it's not a great use of my time, right? Because there's a lot of downtime in between sets. It's quite a bit of standing around, but the proof is in the pudding, and I can't argue with the results so far. So I would encourage all of you, or any of you who might feel like you're stuck or you've hit a plateau, right? Look at what you can do to change up your training. Hit your body with some new stimulus that it's not used to, that can maybe, or spur some new adaptations or that next leap that you're looking for. For some of you, that might actually not mean strength training. It might mean more anaerobic training on the erg. It might mean more zone 2 long steady state pieces, right? The answer is going to be different for all of us, but just a good lesson learned for me that once I start to get a little too comfortable in my training, that's when I stop seeing improvement, and it's a time to get uncomfortable again. The winter power project continues, even though it's now technically spring, but we're going to keep going with it. The next thing I'll be training for, really getting ready for, will be a half marathon attempt in May. It's the Sub 7 Club monthly challenge. A few of us in the club did one on May 1st, 2025 to kick off the new Concept 2 season. There were 4 of us from the club that did it together on Erg Zone, and I believe all 4 of us actually hit personal bests. So a pretty fantastic way to start the season. I really think it's served as a good omen for the season. It's just a really positive way to start things off. So I'm hoping that a few of us can once again band together, put up some really solid scores, and kick off the 26-27 season in style. So hopefully some big things to come. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep chasing. Peace.